What is going on, everybody? Stas here. Welcome back to yet again another video. So you guessed it, we have a jam-packed video today because we got earnings from Home Depot and from Walmart this morning, and tomorrow's going to be an even bigger day because did you guys know that company? What's it called again? Nvidia. Oh yeah, Nvidia. Did you guys know that company? Well, they're set to report earnings tomorrow, and we're going to break them down in this video. So hit that like button, make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 50,000 subs this year, and don't forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. It's free money. Link down below. We'll talk more about that later. And now, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So markets are about to close in less than 5 minutes from now. It's currently about 3:55 on the East Coast, and we have all the indexes in the red. The Russell's still down 1.5%. NASDAQ's down 0.9%, which I think it's a lot better than my last video where it was down pretty much as the Russell. It was down 1.5%. Now the NASDAQ's down 0.9%, so that's recovered a bit, as we have the S&P down 0.75%, and the Dow's down still pretty much what it was in the last video, down 0.25%, and the VIX is up around 5%. So clearly we're getting selling today, guys, which, to be honest, if you look at the 4-hour time frame on SPY and Triple Q, this was much needed, at least in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, look, we were trading at all-time highs pretty much on all these indexes except for the Russell. For the past couple of weeks, pretty much, we've been hitting fresh all-time highs every week. This is not sustainable, guys. At the end of the day, at some point, we're going to get a healthy pullback, and what do you know? It looks like that's kind of what we're getting right now. And we're not collapsing by any stretch of the imagination or seeing really a big pullback by any means, but we are seeing a bit of a double top on SPY. It is down almost $10 from the recent highs, and it is approaching the 180 SMA here on the 4-hour chart, which is right at $488 per share. It is doing that. It is pulling down to that moving average, which, mind you, if we zoom in a bit here on the price action, we've done that time and time again recently. The most two recent times were, well, a couple of days ago. We hit 490, then we rallied off the 180 moving average to 503 here on SPY. We did it a couple weeks ago to start off the month. We pulled down a 482, then we ran a 503. We did it again a couple of weeks ago. We pulled down a 465, then we bounced off of it, and boom. And it's the same thing here on Triple Q, right? Pretty much the same exact thing. We're pulling down now to the 180 SMA. We're down about $13 from the highs, and it looks like buyers are starting to come in. You guys can see on the intraday on Triple Q, we are noticing a sharp reversal from 423.50. Now we're pushing 427. So yeah, it looks like the uptrend is trying to continue. We're not getting the full-on leg up quite yet, but who knows? That could be coming at some point here in the short term. So Walmart, let's dive into these earnings. Walmart reported earnings in the morning, and oh boy, did their stock do pretty well today. It's currently up 3.1% as the indexes, or the markets, are about to close in less than 2 minutes from now. And earlier in the day, Walmart was actually up over $181 per share. So at one point, it was actually up over 6%, almost 6.5%, and now we're up 3.1%. So we can see here, guys, clearly Walmart is breaking out to fresh multi-month highs. And who called this out? I did. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but did we not call out this triangle in the video yesterday? I mean, look, the price action completely played out in our favor, and this is the exact triangle I had drawn out in the video yesterday, right? So we're breaking out multi-month high. I believe all-time high was just hit on the on Walmart. Let me pull it up. Yeah, all-time high was just hit on Walmart. So this thing is ripping, right? This thing is on fire. I mean, yeah, it's breaking out to multi-month highs. So let's see what the company ended up reporting to cause the stock to make this kind of move. So let me see here, guys. Looks like they reported Where the heck are the numbers? I just saw them, guys. God dang it. Where the heck are the numbers here, guys? It looks like here, okay, they raised their dividend. I can see that. Annual dividend, they raised it by 9% to 83 cents per share, the largest increase in over 10 years. Holy crap, that's actually huge, making or marking the 51st consecutive year of dividend increases, which I guess puts them in the dividend king category. There goes the indexes, guys. I guess, or the markets. I don't know why I keep saying indexes, but I guess that puts them in the, again, dividend king category. So what the heck did Walmart do? Looks like they ended up reporting, bear with me here, guys. I apologize. Looks like EPS came in at $2.03. I believe that was adjusted. Actually, no, adjusted EPS came in at $1.80, which beat the $1.65 expected, and sales also beat $173.4 billion versus 170.7. Yeah, so they beat revenue by $3 billion pretty much. They beat adjusted EPS by 15 cents. Again, they raised their dividend by 9%, which is insane. The biggest increase in over 10 years, which just goes to show how strong of a capital position that Walmart is in right now. I mean, nobody's doubting that, right? And it looks like here Walmart reports revenue growth of 5.7% year over year, with operating income growing faster at 30%. What the heck? Adjusted operating income up 13%. And let's see, anything else? Let's see, full year 25, they see sales up 3 to 4%, constant currency basis. Let's see, Q1 consolidated net sales, they see up 4 to 5%, which is pretty good. They see adjusted EPS for Q1 at $1.48 to $1.56, which is good. So essentially, guys, what's going on here is they reported great numbers for the last quarter. They crushed it. EPS and revenue guidance is crushing it, right? We just saw the numbers. And the fact that they're raising their dividend is remarkable. And I'm not a big, you guys probably know that about me. I'm not a big dividend guy. It's not like I'm seeking stocks out just for the dividend, right? I'm not a 75-year-old man at this point. But, if a company pays a dividend, great. It's like the cherry on top. And the fact that they're increasing that's like a big thank you to the shareholder base, essentially, from the management team, right? They're like, thank you. We're going to increase the share, or the dividends rather, and we're going to keep on doing it because we've been doing it for 51 years, or at least that's kind of the message they're putting out there. Is going to continue to increase over time, and they're just dedicated to their shareholders, which is great news for Walmart, as every management team should be dedicated to their shareholders. But the reality is that's not the reality. But hey, we're not going to get into that in this video. And the next one is Home Depot, HD. Don't forget about Home Depot, guys. They reported today their stock pretty much broke even on the day. But we can see all the volatility throughout the day. You can see we opened up at about 353, ran to 365, sold down to about 360, chilled there for a little bit. Then we ended up closing at 362. So this is, well, a very volatile day based on the charts here. And we actually hit 348 in the pre-market. So from top to bottom on the day, we were moving 4 to 5% all over the place. So let's see what Home Depot reported, guys. Let's pull it up here and see. Looks like adjusted or GAAP EPS 282, which beat the 277 expected, and they also beat on revenue, 34.79 billion versus 34.64 billion expected. So beat EPS, beat revenue. They also raised their dividend. There you go. Quarterly dividend is now 225. It was 209 prior, so it's up. They raised it by 7.7%, which is phenomenal. Let's see here. Q4 comparable sales, negative 3.5%. Comparable U.S., negative 4%, or sales in the U.S., negative 4%. All right, looks like full year 24 outlook. Sales growth plus 1% versus 152.5 billion estimate. Comparable sales growth minus 1%. So, yeah, man, they're raising their dividend too. 7%, almost 8%, is no is nothing to sneeze at. That's a pretty good increase there. And it looks like they provided their fiscal 24 guidance, which, where the heck is that at? Geez, I probably can't even see it here. But either way, guys, pretty good numbers, at least the headline numbers. Obviously, to learn more about it, you got to dive deeper into their investor relations page. But yeah, Home Depot, not too bad. And, if you're a dividend investor, which again, I'm not, but if you are, you're loving this. You're loving the fact that it went from 209 per share to now 225. That dividend is being paid out on the 6th, it looks like, of March, which is in about 2 weeks from right now. So that's Home Depot and Walmart. And tomorrow, guys, the big dog, which is Nvidia. Yeah, I can remember like it was yesterday when Nvidia was a $200 billion market cap, 150. It was not too long ago, and now it's almost 2 trillion, or at least it was. It was almost, I think, 1.85 trillion. And today it pulled back 4.3% pullback on Nvidia, which is honestly a blessing in disguise, I feel like, heading into these earnings. I'm not personally in Nvidia right now, but if I was in it and it was priced at $800 heading into earnings, I'd be a little bit nervous, because if something went wrong, which who knows, right? If something not even went wrong, but let's say something was not as good as expected, that could cause the stock to tank if it was at 800. And that happened, maybe it would go to 650 after that. But now that it's already taken a decent haircut, nothing crazy, from 750 to 6, I think it got down to 6 what today? 677. Wow. So it took a pretty decent haircut already, about $75 per share, or around 8.5%. The fact that we're now selling into earnings, that could put Nvidia in a pretty good position, because now if they surprise on numbers, let's say they crush it even more, which is possible, then we could be setting up for a move, a big breakout. Let's just say that. I'm getting comments, Nvidia's going 800, 1,000, 750 again, right? Maybe that happens on very good numbers, very good, just overall sentiment, which we might get that. We'll see. Let's say they report numbers that maybe aren't as great as expected. We're already down 9%. How much more could it go down? Sure, maybe it goes down to 650. Maybe it goes down lower 600s, but that wouldn't be as bad as, again, if it were at 800, we got the bad news, or not as good as expected, and then it were to collapse, right? So I feel like Nvidia is in a pretty good spot right now, and obviously earnings are tomorrow after the bell. So tomorrow during the day is going to be a whole nother beast in and of itself. That's going to be it's going to be a crazy day tomorrow, no doubt. And who knows, if this thing comes down even more, I know I always say I don't gamble on earnings, guys. I haven't done that in a long time, but this one's tempting me. I am not going to lie to you. This one's tempting me a lot. Especially if it's sold off even more tomorrow. Let's say this thing got down to 650 somehow, or 675. I might nibble some. I might buy some short-term calls, which I know it's crazy even saying that, because I don't do that anymore. But yeah, this one's tempting me. I feel like potentially, we'll see how tomorrow goes, but I might make a fun money move. Let's just say that. At least if it's with options. If I'm buying shares, it's a little bit different, but with options, it's a bigger gamble, obviously. There's a time restraint on options, so different ball game. But either way, yeah, those are some thoughts here on Nvidia, Home Depot, Walmart, the indexes. What do you guys think? Now I'm going to ask you, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Are you owning, Nvidia heading into these earnings? Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe, and you might as well get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo. Open up your account using that link down below, or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. Once you fund your account with at least $100, you get 5 stocks, and fund it with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, and each of those could be valued up to $2,000, guys. So get on it. Use that Moomoo link down below, and you might as well check out the interactive brokers link as well. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.